Salam and welcome. Thank you for joining me in the English reading of the Holy Quran translation and commentary by Abdullah Yusuf Ali, published by the IPCI, the Islamic Propagation Center International, from Durban, South Africa. Durban, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city within South Africa, KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, wonderful land on the on the east coast of Africa, along the side of the warm Indian Ocean. Beautiful beaches on the Marine Parade city center, or along Umhlanga Saints. Right, let's start with that. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Chapter 64, Tagabun. I think it's Tagabun. This is the 8th of the short Medina surahs, each dealing with a special aspect of the life of the community. The special aspect spoken of here is the mutual gain and loss of good and evil, contrasted in this life and in the hereafter. It is an early Medina surah of the first year of the Hijrah, or possibly even of the very late Meccan period, just before the Hijrah. The summary of the 18 verses. Both the unbelievers and the believers were created by the one true God, by the same Creator. As is Tawheed, there is only one God. God created the Muslim, the Hindu, the Christian, the Buddhist, the agnostics, the atheists, all of them, right? God created the Americans, the Russians, the Chinese, the Buddhists. God created everybody. A different God didn't create Americans, and a different God didn't create the Russians. So the same God, He created man and woman. He created the Americans, the Canadians, the British, the Irish, the Scottish, the Wales, the Welsh, the Iceland, Greenland. Let's go through some of the countries very quickly. All of Europe, France, Amsterdam, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Spain, Portugal, Poland, Italy, Greece. What else is there? Monaco. Then we have Sweden, Norway, Finland, Latvia, Lithuania, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Chechnya, Eastern Romania, Russia, Ukraine, India, Palestine, Pakistan, Malaysia, Indonesia, Syria, Jordan, China, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Taiwan, North Korea, South Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand, Philippines, Nepal, Vietnam, Mongolia, Africa, Ethiopia, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, India, all of this, Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, all of these areas, Brazil, Argentina, North Africa, Southern Africa, everything, one God. He created everybody, and everybody, whether they believe in that or not, will return to Him, absolutely guaranteed. Even the atheists will return to the Creator. The atheists will go back to God. Guaranteed. That is an absolute guarantee. Both the unbelievers and the believers were created by the one true God, who created all and knows all. Why should unbelief and evil exult in worldly gain, when their loss will be as manifest in the hereafter as will be the gains of the believers? Let's look at the rhythmic prose of 18 verses. The self-same God. There is only one God. There is only one God, even though there are more than 4,000 different religions, right? So here is mankind. Here is mankind. And mankind said no. Mankind says this is God. Other people say no, that is God. Other people say no, that is God. Other people say no, that is God. They have their own religion. You have Christianity, you have Hinduism, you have Buddhism, you have Scientology, you have this age religion, pagan worship. You have all different types of religions. Then you have agnostics and atheists who say no, there's no such thing as God. And agnostics say no, we are but true intelligence, and there isn't any real proof that God exists, and there's no real proof that He doesn't exist, so we'll sit on the fence, right? So whatever your belief is, it doesn't change the fact that there is one God. One. But as far as mankind is concerned, they got 4,000 different ideas about God, and each one are fighting amongst themselves to say, no, I am right, no, you are wrong, I'm right, no, you are wrong, I'm right, no, you are wrong. They're fighting, and when they die, they must, every single one will die, even the atheists will die. When they die, and they will stand in front of Him, guaranteed on the day of judgment, everybody will get a shock of their life. They'll see, hey, there's only one God. Then they'll ask, okay, where's the God of the Christians? Where's the God of the Muslims? Where's the God of the Jews or the Hindus or the Buddhists or the New Age or the Scientologists? And the atheists will get a shock. They say, but we thought God didn't exist. And the agnostics will say, yeah, we didn't say you didn't exist, but then it'll be too late. There's only one God. Whereas there's 4,000 different ways of looking at him. And a famous example of that, and you know the story, my scribbling is very, very terrible, but let's just try. If we do that, I'll do like that. Right. That's very wrong. Okay, that's how you see I don't want to do any type of drawing. Here's an elephant. Right. Here's an elephant, right? I'll erase it just now. But here's an elephant. So now the wise man took 5 blind people. He took 5 blind people, right? A monk. He took them to 5 blind people and he told them, describe to me what is this thing. So one blind person went to touch the trunk, one blind person touched the tail, one blind person touched the leg, one blind person touched the tusk, one blind person touched this. And then the wise person told him, tell me what is this thing you touched. And they started arguing. One person said, no, it looks like a whip, but I touched was a whip. The other one said, no, I touched a hosepipe. The other one said, no, I touched a dagger. The other one said, no, I touched a wall. So now the blind man, at least this wise person said, what is going on? Why are all different? And these 5 blind people started fighting with each other. They were not really blind, they just had a blindfold, right? Their eyes were covered. They wear a blindfold. So they started arguing with each other and fighting. This one said, no, it's a rope. I know, I felt it with my own hands, it's a rope. That one said, no, it's a sword. How can you say it's a rope? I know, because I know what I felt. Other one said, no, it's a hosepipe. Other one said, no, it's a... And they were fighting. Then the wise men removed the blindfolds. When he removed the blindfolds, these 5 people got a shock of their lives. They saw they were all describing the same thing. They were describing the elephant, right? And that is the case with religion as well, because there are 4,000 different ways of looking at religion. So all the people are fighting with each other to say that no, our way is right and your way is wrong. But then what Islam says is that all your understandings or misunderstandings is all incorrect, because at the end of the day, Islam says that the fundamental, the very basic principle of Islam is the principle known as Tawheed, that there is only one God. And if you don't understand that concept, then your understanding of Islam is defective, right? So that is the basic fundamental of Islam, that there is only one reality, there is only one Creator Supreme, right? So let's continue with that. The self-same God created all of mankind. If some do good and others do evil, and you wonder how the good do suffer and the evil thrives, remember the final goal, when true adjustments will be made. And sometimes in life you say, hey, you know what, why are the evil people, why are they so wealthy, why are they so successful? You know, some people are really rubbish, but they're really flying high. And then the good people get beaten all the time. The good people, you know, they are the ones that seem to be suffering on. And you say, now what's wrong? Why is this happening? Right? And the answer is that because the day of judgment has not yet happened. Because on the day of judgment, these evil people will fall down with shame and humiliation, and the good people will be elevated with honor and dignity. And that is the meaning of the verse, gain and loss. The evil people, what all the evil they did in the world, it will be a day of loss for them. Whereas the good people, as long as they were good people, they were sincere, they were good people with good hearts, they were humble, they tried to help other people, their rank will be elevated on the day of judgment. That's why the day of judgment is a day of gain and loss. It is also known as a day of shame for these people, shame and humiliation. That is the day, as Surah Jathiyah says, they will fall on their knees. They will fall on their knees in front of the Creator Supreme, in front of the reality, because Allah is the Haqq, He is the truth. That is the Haqq of everything and everybody. And even though they denied Him, on that day when they see the reality, they will fall on their knees. So even though the wealthy corporate companies, the intercontinental business deals, and all the wealthy people with the arrogance and the pride, including the wealthy politicians or the wealthy senators and members of parliament, those who are just taking taxpayers' money but but they're doing nothing. Even in this country, even on the African continent, even in many other countries of the world, the politicians just want to take money, but to help the people, they're doing nothing to help the people. They are doing absolutely nothing to help the people. Out of all the politicians, I think only 10% will do some job, but 90% are useless, totally, absolutely useless. They don't deserve to be there, but they will get their punishment on the day of judgment, because they are taking the taxpayers' money. The taxpayers are the hard-working people. Yet these politicians are absolutely useless. I call them the chair warmers. They are the heaters. Their backside is just there to heat the chairs of the parliament or the Congress or the Senate, whatever they are. They are only there as heat warmers. They are heaters, right? They are basically big heaters sitting on chairs doing absolutely nothing, just saying poo, 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 poo. And we know what is poo. Poo is a smelling thing, and it's a point of order, point of order, point of order, but they have no intelligence as to why they are saying that. But yet people are dying every single day, especially here in South Africa or in other places on the African continent. Here in our country, we have one of the highest murder rates, one of the highest rapes, domestic violence, HIV/AIDS, STDs, teenage pregnancies, unemployment, poverty, homelessness, joblessness, crime. We have criminal mafia gangs in civil society. We have criminal mafia gangs even in government. And these people are flying high with the designer clothes and designer all, and they are so but somebody and somebody. When you ask them why they are not doing something, they are so arrogant. They are so arrogant. They don't want to give answers as to what they are doing with their salary. Did they even do something with the money? What did they do in the past 30 years? What did they do in the past 7 months since they joined the GNU? What have they been doing? Absolutely nothing. There are still potholes on the road. There are still squatter camps. There are still people who are suffering. There are still poor people. People are still being raped. As I'm talking, people are being raped right now. People are being killed right now. Another person has got HIV/AIDS, and now with US aid being stopped, people are now suffering with antiretrovirals. They can't get access to the drugs. So we are going to ask ourselves the question, where is the justice? Where is the justice? And the answer is given that on the day of judgment, these wealthy politicians, these big shots, are the arrogant people, they will fall on the knees, because arrogance is Satan. Satan is arrogance. And the humble people, they will be elevated, and this will then last for eternity. This will be your life for eternity. That's why sabr is very, very important. Sabr and shukr. Sabr gives you that honor on the day of judgment. The self-same God created all of mankind, created all the people. If some do good and others do evil, yet you wonder why the good people are suffering, why are the evil people so successful, why are they benefiting? You must always remember the final goal, the day of judgment, when the true adjustments will be made. The gainers here, the ones who are gaining here, will be the losers. The big shots will be the small shots, and the losers will be the gainers. The small shots will be the big shots on the day of judgment. Some of this exchange you will see even here in this life for the unbelievers who deny the hereafter. But in the hereafter, full and total account and true adjustment will be made with absolute justice, because Allah is Al-Adl, the absolute justice of good and evil will follow before the judgment seat. Nay, good will get more than its full reward. For God is bounteous, merciful, mighty and wise. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Join me in part 2 in the next episode when we are continuing with this episode. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.